Hey there, so I'm back on the trail here in Colorado, and I'm on the same trail, same area that we're going to be hunting in a couple of weeks. And I had a work trip to Denver on Thursday of this week. Had to pick up some drill bits, send those back to our office for repair, and then I went ahead and going to spend the weekend back out here in Colorado doing some scouting and just hiking. As you can see, the Kifaru Cavern is loaded down pretty good. I can guess I'm probably about 45 pounds all told. Anyway, just gonna test some gear, test myself physically, and see how the weekend goes. So here we go. Still going, sweating pretty good. Pack is carrying well, breathing a little heavy, but nothing too major. Feel pretty good. I'm gonna staying hydrated. I've got a bottle of Gatorade, easily accessible. It's a little sweet. I think what I may do is next water crossing I find, I'll go ahead and filter some water into about half the Gatorade, kind of tone it down a little bit. So feeling pretty good, sweating. It's a nice little workout. I want to take it pretty slow on the hike in, just because I'm not acclimated, so I'm going to intentionally take it a little bit slow and see if it, make sure I don't get sick this trip. So, report back later. Have a couple of honey stinger chews, about an hour and a half into the hike. So I'm going to go ahead and try to stay on top of the energy a little bit. Just eat a couple of these. I think the green ones, the lemon lime flavor, have caffeine in them. This is the orange blossom without caffeine. Alright, save the rest for the next hour or so. Gatorade, lime, cucumber, limon, pepino. Something other than sweet fruity. Still a little sweet. And here's my tripod for this segment. There's the inReach sending me a message. I sent my wife a message. Let's see if she responded. It's not an instant thing, but I guess the message went out probably 3 or 4 minutes ago, and this appears to be a reply from my wife. I got it. Love you, be safe. So Garmin inReach is working. That makes me feel a lot better. Anyway, I'm getting ready to make a descent here for a little bit. So current stats, I'm at 8240 elevation. Hiked in 3.19 miles over an hour and 43 minutes, so pretty slow. I've taken it intentionally slow. I think the last trip I kind of looked at it more as a training hike, and this one it's more of a test hike. So rather than pushing through, if I feel like I need to rest, I'm going to rest until I get acclimated. So I don't want to push it on this hike, and I certainly don't want to push it too much on the actual hunt. So again, this is kind of testing to see what my body can handle, and then I'll know a little bit better the pace I need to take on the elk hunt. But I feel good right now. So here we go. We're going to continue. Alright, this is the area where I stopped and camped last time, and then I took a break here on my way back out. We're 4.17 miles in, so it's actually further in than what I had thought originally. I thought it was just a couple miles in last time, but it's 4.17 miles in. I tried to make up a little bit of time on the last little decline and flat ground, and I'm going to go ahead and get some water. I'm just going to dilute this Gatorade with a little bit of water. I don't want to spill any. It's a precious commodity around here. Yeah, it's good. So that gives me just a little bit of flavor in my water. Gatorade's a little too much, a little too sweet, so diluting it like that. I've got another bottle of Gatorade that I'm running on the side. This is a bottle of water I brought to bring in, and then I'll use a Smart Water bottle and filter water into these 3 containers for the rest of the trip. Well, the sun came out and it warmed up a little bit. Not too bad though. I've been 6.5 miles. This is a little area where last time I was here I got some water. Alright, it's about right at 7.1 miles back to the end of the park. I made it at about 3 hours and 45 minutes up here, and then this is where the trail splits off and start working my way up the mountain. So I'm going to rest here for probably about, I don't know, 30 minutes or so. Like I say, grab lunch, give it 30 or 45 minutes, and then start working my way up to the top of the mountain. Lunch was good. It's good to get off my feet. I got my boots off. Took my binocular harness off. I'm going to rest here for probably 20 or 30 minutes and then start my ascent. I think there's supposed to be some thunderstorms, afternoon showers, that kind of thing today, and then a little front blowing through tomorrow, I believe. So I guess I'll test my rain gear potentially. I was at the local grocery store in Denver yesterday and came across Barnana, B-A-R-N-A-N-A, the Super Banana Snack. It's peanut butter organic crunchy banana brittle, and it's actually pretty good. It's 1 ounce serving size, 140 calories, so that meets the 100 calories per ounce, exceeds it in fact. It's a nice little snack. Barnana. Alright, it's about 3 o'clock. I'm headed back out. Had lunch. I went and got some water. Filled up my, I don't know if you can see it back there, but filled up a 3-liter platypus with water. Filled up both Gatorade bottles. Filtered water into those. And then I've got a 1-liter bottle that I'm using as my dirty water bottle. So it's empty right now, but hopefully I'll be able to find some water up top. But I'm going to carry some up just in case. So I added probably 6 or 7 pounds to my load. I don't know if you can tell it, but I'm on a switchbacks, so came up this way, heading back up that way. Pretty good incline. There's a canyon down below. This is definitely the tough part of the trip. That's almost straight down. Straight across. This is a tough climb, no question about it. Taking it really slow. I'm literally doing 20 paces, 20 steps, and then stopping and resting for 30 seconds to a minute. Just trying to make it slow and steady. It's tough. Oh, that was a grueling hike in. I love it when the trail that I'm on follows a topo line though. Not going up, not going down. Just following the old topo line. That was brutal. 12.5 miles today. That last stretch up to elevation was pretty rough. Let's see, current elevation is 10,569. So this is where I'm going to camp tonight. I don't know if you can tell, but there's not a flat spot around. I kind of wandered all around looking for a flat spot, and there's just not one. So I found some semblance of a flat spot right next to the canyon here. I did see a bear down in the canyon earlier. So there is a trickle of water down in the canyon. If I can zoom into it. But that's a steep descent down to it, so I'm going to explore that without the pack tomorrow. But there is water. So I'm going to go ahead and set camp right here. You can see that's elevation pretty steep, and that's what I'm looking at all over. So I'm going to set up here. In fact, it's starting to rain. Getting ready to start raining, so I'm going to go ahead and set up the tarp. Get out from under the rain. See if I can stay dry. Alright, mealtime. Got the venison stroganoff here. Looks like the altitude did a number on the packaging. Alright, release the air in that. I'm going to pull out the seasoning here. Alright, I got my water here, and I'm just going to filter it in from, I'm going to pull that bite valve off there, and then filter it, gravity feed into the Jetboil. Guess there's no reason we can't start it while we're filling it. Okay, water's boiling. Turn that off. Alright, pour it in the bag and hope the bag doesn't melt. Alright, so I'm going to seal that up and stick it in this pot cozy that I made. Close that up and let it sit for 20 minutes. There's not a tree close by that I can hang a bear bag. That I can hang my bear bag in. So I may have to walk a ways. Okay, about done here. Out of light. So I'm just going to kind of show you what I've got here, and I'll report back tomorrow. As you can probably hear, it's raining. Woke up about 5:30 this morning. Pouring rain. It let up for just a little bit, and now it's kind of starting to sprinkle a little bit more. Slept pretty good last night. Went to bed about 9. Woke up right at midnight for about 30 minutes or so, and then kind of dozed in and out. The biggest problem I have is I'm on this incline, and my feet are down lower, which is fine, other than this, my pad slides down. I ended up having to put my backpack at the edge of it to keep it from sliding, and then of course I slide down on the pad. So it was a little bit of a chore to find the right position to sleep in, and then I'm a tosser and turner by nature, so it was a little bit uncomfortable, but made it through. Looks like I may be stuck here for a little bit this morning. Hoping the rain will let up. It's still raining. Still raining.
9 o'clock. Alright, I think I'm going to start packing my stuff, getting it organized in the pack onto the tarp here, and then as soon as it lets up, it stops raining, I'm going to grab the tarp, strap it to the bottom of the pack, start making my way down.
Alright, the rain finally let up, so packed everything up and I'm going to head down a little ways. It is 10:30 local time, so didn't get a lot accomplished this morning from a scouting standpoint. I did get to check my tarp to make sure there were no leaks, and it performed very well. Alright, so I made it 4.5 miles back down from the top of the mountain. Looks like it may rain again. I'm going to stop here and rest. This is where I rested the other day and where I camped in the spring. And I went ahead and set up the hammock, and then got a little cloud cover back up that way. So I went ahead and the tarp was laying out to dry out anyway, so if it doesn't rain, maybe the tarp will dry out. If it does rain, the tarp will keep me dry. So all of my stuff's up underneath there. Got the hammock as well. So I'm going to take a little siesta here for just a little bit. Alright, it's 2:15. I'm going to go ahead and head out. I was going to stay here tonight and then work my way out tomorrow, but it's going to be cutting it pretty close to get back to the airport in time. So I'm going to go ahead and go out this evening. I may stop along the way and get a little closer, give myself another couple hours, but I may just go ahead and go back into Denver tonight and then get up in the morning and see if I can catch an earlier flight. Alright, I made it back out. It was a tough trip coming down, not nearly as bad as going up, but still a long ways. I did a total of 23.8 miles is what my GPS, what the Garmin inReach is showing, and it showed 12.5 yesterday, so whatever the math comes out to on that. Probably did a little extra walking yesterday. Anyway, I'm gonna head back to Denver and see if I can catch an early flight tomorrow morning. Appreciate y'all joining me, and 2 weeks away we'll be climbing it for real. I'm excited, looking forward to it. Thank y'all for joining me.